Attack of the show. Attack.
OMG DSLR.
WTF BRB.
Olympus improves upon the Micro Four Thirds camera yet again with the Pen E-PL1. This tiny DSLR weighs about 3/4 of a pound and takes amazing pictures using the TruePic 5 image processor. Plus, it records HD movies with the touch of a button. Add to that a built-in flash, image stabilization, and creative effects to make one of the most versatile cameras on the market for $530.
I'm sorry,
level shots.
They missed that last part. What was
Breast level shots.
Okay.
You had to be there.
Yep.
All right.
I was here.
Now, this obviously is a lot smaller than your typical DSLR
Wait a minute.
camera.
That doesn't appear so
What?
obvious to me. Show me what the regular one looks like.
Okay, regular.
Mm-hmm.
This one.
That's fairly obvious, actually. She's right.
Regular.
Stand corrected.
This one. It's so much tinier. And I'm going to put this one down because it's really heavy. All right, now it's almost a quarter the width and thickness of the Nikon D70S, which is that other one. It weighs just under a pound and is especially easy to carry for long periods of time. But what do you think of it compared to the last Olympus we reviewed?
It's just about as good, like.
Ooh, look at that.
The buttons are a little cramped since they're supposed to be where your hand is. In fact, the problem that I had immediately was when I went to grab it to actually take a photo, my man palm mashed like 12 different buttons at once. And I have tiny hands.
Your man palm does a lot of mashing.
I have tiny piano-playing fingers, which is a way of saying I'm a girl. And yet I still manage to mash every button. You don't have the short-circuit-looking robot face on it anymore.
But it might talk to us.
No, it won't, and it won't read books at lightning speed either, unfortunately. But it does have a pop-up flash now, which is good.
Pop-up.
It has that.
Ka-chang!
There it is. I don't
Look at
lie.
that.
The LCD screen is a little smaller than the last one on the old backside, and I kind of like the retro styling. I like the little leather look here on the grip and the white.
That's pretty.
With that said, gotta love the pop-up flash. The colors are fine. It doesn't get in the way for a micro 4/3, 3/4, whatever they're calling these days. Totally works.
And that's just fun.
Yeah.
Now, they've added features like one-touch movie record and improved live guide, which helps you adjust photo settings, and brought back the art filters. So how well do they all work?
Pretty well. Recording movies could not be easier. You tap the big red button on the back, and it starts recording a movie. How about that, huh? And
Movie
you can
magic in your
even take
camera.
a picture while you're recording. It's as if movies are just a series of photos played back at a high frame rate.
No.
But you can stop one of those moments in time and grab a photo from your movie. I don't question science, kids. I just live by their rules. The live guide is also helpful for people that are just starting out in photography. You can change the saturation, the brightness, and other settings easily. And again, you mentioned the art filters. There's pop art, soft focus, even a gentle sepia. Who doesn't like a gentle sepia sweeping through their hair?
It makes it look so arty.
You can also apply them to video. Now, the camera, as you're seeing here, may stutter with some of the filters, but overall, the features are totally solid. They work the way you want them to.
I just want to know what Danny was trying to do in that picture.
Mount the Twitter wall.
Of course, obviously.
That's what he does.
So, is the image quality just as good as a normal DSLR?
Absolutely. Normal light photos look really great. Colors are extremely accurate. They look amazing. There might be a tendency to overexpose a little, but otherwise, it's pretty much perfect. Low light photos are good. They do blur easily. The upside to that is when you use the flash, the pictures look great because the flash on this thing doesn't actually overexpose the shot. I mean, here we are very close to a subject, and yet they're not all blown out.
Not overexposed.
One other catch, the autofocus is still a little too slow, which is kind of common with these Olympus cameras. But they did up the continuous shooting rate to over 3 frames a second. So
3 frames a second?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So
it's,
fast.
It's 3 frames in a second.
In a second.
So there you have it.
All right, now it's $530, so what are we rating it?
At that price,
Yep.
5 out of 5.
Wow.
It's a great deal for an ultra-compact, high-quality DSLR. They've really improved the second generation of this camera. We're big fans, hence the 5 out of 5, which is as many as we could possibly give something.
I know, if you gave it 6
No
out of
more room.
5, it just wouldn't make sense.
The scale
at
would be
all.
broken.